Hey YouTube, it's Dawson Rider here with a review of the Scorpion creature with Deker review from Power Rangers Samurai or Super Samurai. So, if you don't know what this is, I mentioned it briefly, I believe, in my little mini Clawzord review, is that they decided to do a repaint slash-ish remold version of the mini Clawzord, making it into a Scorpion with Deker. Although technically, if they wanted to, they could have made this one first, and then the Clawzord was a repaint. You never really know which came first, the Scorpion or the Lobster. You don't really know. So anyway, you get the little Zord here, like usual, which is a Scorpion, and then instead of a Ranger figure, you get this Deker figure, and I'm already showing off the feature that he can ride on top of it like all the other ones because he can't stand on his own. And I'm just going to get this out of the way because I tend to forget him, and it comes with this little papercraft thing of the Scorpion, which, like I've said before in the other ones, it's neat that they're trying to give you something, but they're really nothing spectacular. In particular, this style, because this piece always has a tendency to be weird. So, yeah. I think I prefer, like, the lantern or something like that. So, you know, as you can see, you can ride on top, so you've already seen that. But let's take a look at the figure. So, as I said, it's a Deker figure. Rather than be like a completely screen accurate one, you get this sort of clear version. It's not completely clear because you can't really see through it. I mean, I guess there's a lot of clear figures you can't really see through, but it's more like a white clear, if that makes any sense, with just some slight red details, which it's kind of bland, and you can see that there's not a whole lot of details to it, and it kind of looks like it's made of Jello, and it kind of also looks like a Burger King toy. Like, I feel like I just went to Burger King or McDonald's and got this and then brought it back, but it also kind of looks neat in a way, like it kind of gives them a ghost-like quality, which is kind of neat, but otherwise it just kind of looks like one of those cheap Happy Meal toys. Like, even Uramos has got like this clearness to it, but it's not terrible. As I said, mine can't stand without the aid of his Scorpion, and there's no like real articulation. Like, his arms don't move, and his legs don't move, and his waist doesn't move. His head does go 360, and I suppose there's a completely slight up and down movement, which is really non-existent. But you can, at least on mine, I can pull out his arm, and I can like reposition it down here if I wanted, or do something with it and stick it back in. I did that, but I just thought it was kind of stupid, which is just really kind of disassembling the toy, but it's meant to just stay in one piece like that. So like I said, he's kind of cool, a ghost look to him, but I'm not really that much of a fan. So here we have the Scorpion Zord. It's pretty much all black with some little sort of kind of crimson-y, reddish sort of color. I don't know, maybe it's not burgundy, I'm not sure. I'm not like a color expert. If it looks red to me like that, I'm like, oh, that's red because it's close to red. I just like to use basic colors, but I'd say it's crimson-y. Just like the Clawzord, it's pretty basic, with real not that excuse me, I got tongue-tied there for a second, with not that many paint details on it, making it look a little cheap. For some reason, though, I don't know why, I think it looks a little less cheap than Clawzord, even though I think it has less colors. I think it's just because it's a new Zord, and so it's a little more exciting. I don't know. But you can definitely tell that it's the Clawzord. You got the claws here. I'll show it off next to it in a second. The head's redone a little bit. Instead of having like the antenna things up here, you got like fangs down here. You can see this piece is the same as the Clawzord. The legs are pretty much the same. And then back here, instead of having like this little fin, you do have this scorpion tail, which leads up into a point here, which actually is articulated, so you can move it around into various different positions, which is actually kind of nice. It is not just a fixed type deal, which, like I said, is nice. So then it's one of its main features, which this got me like a little 5-year-old child, and the Clawzord is it can do that, and that entertains me. And you can open its claws like this if you want. And be like, brah, I'm gonna snap you. I don't know what he's gonna do. But so that's fun, I guess. So here's the Clawzord, Scorpion Zord next to the Clawzord. You can see them, how they're pretty much the same deal. But the Clawzord, like, see next to him, he does look a little more painted. Like he's got more solid different colors. But you can see that it's pretty much the same deal with just some minor changes to it. Take Clawzord out. So just like Clawzord could, this dude can combine with the Samurai Megazord, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm just going to set him to the side for a second. so we can bring in our buddy Samurai Megazord, which I believe this is actually the last time we are going to see him. I think this is the last Zord I'm doing, I'm not sure. Anyway, so I already took out the sword, if you consider that a step. So just take off his helmet. I'm going to set it aside. You could probably put it in one of the storage things, but nah. And then all you really do is take off this headpiece and set that aside, and then this is ready already. And then take this piece off here, the arm. Come on, don't want everything falling over. Set it aside. Now we're going to put it in. And then you're just going to slide this scorpion headpiece on. And there you have it. That is what you get. Just like the Clawzord one. Not really a whole lot of thought put into it, just kind of a arm. I can position this the way I want it. That I recall the instructions didn't show you doing anything special with the tail, so I guess you can do whatever you want. But at least they did have it combined, so you can say it does something with the Samurai Megazord you already have, or just like for kids to have fun. Now, just for fun, because I got the little dude here, I'm going to take this arm off, and let's take his head off and put Clawzord here, so we can get some double claw action. There you go. Now that's just sort of epic. And maybe I'll switch the heads off, because maybe this one will look better for this formation. I don't know. Everything looks kind of derpy. But yeah, so you get the idea. You can do that. They also do work with the deluxe. I don't know if it's deluxe. I don't want Zeron attacking me. The larger version of the Clawzord. I did forget to show that off in my mini Clawzord review and do some Clawzordception there on you. But they both do work with it, and please enjoy this white screen while we pan down. But so yeah, they do work with that, in case you were wondering. Sorry that I forgot to show it. So just give me 1 second here while I'm putting the Samurai Megazord off to the side so I don't forget him. Oh my god, look at this decapitated. This is a decapitated mode. This is after you have killed it in your garden. I don't know. Okay. So let's set him back up for final verdict. Overall, this guy's okay. I don't really mind him that much. It's nothing I really think that you really need for your collection, considering it's not going to be in the show. Now watch, they like pull a total surprise that it'd be in the show, but it's not going to be in the show. Wasn't in Shinkenger, Deker, or Juzo never had a Zord. So, but it's just kind of a neat little thing. It's more like something you would pick up if you think it looks neat, or if you're like a huge Juzo or Deker fan. It's just more like a, hey, this is kind of neat thing, and to give you a little more playability with your Zords. So, it's kind of just a fun little thing to have, but it's nothing really gotta have it type deal. So it's just kind of middle of the road. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's nothing special. So, that's pretty much it. Until next time, make sure you check out RidersRangersRambles.com for token news in the craziest way possible. Until next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.